Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Layla and today I am coming at you with a November goals video. And I know this is really late, we're like halfway through November, but I'm basically just going to tell you what I have already been focusing on this November since we're already here. I am a little under the weather. These next couple videos will be filmed all in the same day and I will be under the weather for all of them, obviously. Anyways, so basically my main word I would say for November would be priorities, because what you prioritize is what will grow. So like what relationships you prioritize, those are relationships that are going to grow. That's where the bond is going to grow. That's where you're going to feel more attached to those people. The things you do, like a business, what you prioritize and what you invest in, that is what's going to grow. Same thing goes for good habits as for bad habits. So I really want to focus on good habits and good things only for November. So those things being school, my business, and Jesus, obviously. First thing that I'm just going to talk about off the jump, because you're probably like, business, what? So I did start a life coaching business. So, shameless plug. If you want help with time management, self-discipline, self-love, self-care, anything like that that really just makes your life better, or you want to talk about your health, what things can I eat that will make me feel better mentally and emotionally? If you want to talk about like what is a gut microbiome, why do people talk about that? Is there really a connection between mood and what you're eating? Yes, there is. I can help you with things like that. This month I registered my business in the state that I am in. I had to call the county zoning office to make sure there weren't any other permits I had to have, and I don't have to have any since it's just life coaching. Like I don't need a certification in it. I am a senior health and wellness major at my university and I do have an associate's, but you don't need anything to become a life coach. And so I just had to do a lot of research for my business, and I did some more today for the social media aspect of things and this YouTube channel as well. I did a decent amount of research today, and so just really prioritizing that and what I want to succeed in, how I want to make an income has been a really big thing for me in November. Another big thing for November that I really wanted to be intentional about and really prioritize was relationships. So I feel like in college it's very easy to get into the wrong types of relationships. Like you can make friends in college. It can be hard, but if you practice at it, you can make friends. You're gonna make friends. That's all well and nice. But I feel as though it's very easy not to be as picky as we should be. And the truth is we should be very picky with who we keep around us. And so if you notice things like gaslighting, emotional invalidation, things like that within your relationships, those are not the type of things you need. If you don't want to go to a person who you have a relationship with, and I'm talking about friendships and romance, even acquaintances, if you wouldn't go to that person with good news for, say, they'll be jealous or they'll say something snarky, red flag. And since I am doing so much and I am a pretty busy person, and I've learned over the years to value my time. So I literally have to carve out time to spend with people. I have to put it in my calendar. And if I am doing that, I am not gonna do that for someone who does not, I don't recommend doing that for someone who doesn't deserve to be in your presence per se. And that may sound prideful, but if you are going and you are filling this person up with joy and love and encouragement, and they are not willing to do the same for you, or they're not willing to do the bare minimum, and the bare minimum is different for everyone, but like there are some things to rethink. So I have made my circle a bit smaller, but I have also made some new friends. I was in my school's musical and I loved all of those people, and I loved the cast, and I loved the tech people, stage manager. I love all of those people, and there were some people who I had been friends with for a while who started to have some toxic tendencies, so you just put those on pause for a little bit. So that's what I did. Anyways, Jesus time. So basically, prioritizing the Lord, it's always going to be, if I ever talk about priorities, I'm always going to talk about that, because if you're not prioritizing who like put you here on this earth, like I won't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I won't be as kind to people. I won't be as kind to myself a lot of the times if I'm not spending time with the one who loves me most. And reading his word shows you how he loves you. It shows you how to love yourself and shows you how to love others, because a lot of the rules and regulations are to protect you, and they teach you how to love yourself. myself. And as a health and wellness major, I am learning a lot of things like wisdom in the Bible that is scientifically good for you. Like meditation, there is a lot in the Bible that tells you to meditate. And I learned in my stress and biofeedback class that deep breathing and meditation can actually activate something called the parasympathetic nervous system. And this is like our calm nervous system, and the excited, like antsy one that can be stressful is your sympathetic nervous system. And so meditation can really help you, because if you're sympathetic, your stressful one is turned on for too long, like chronic stress, that negatively impacts every single system in your body. Fermented drinks, like it's in the Bible that pregnant women shouldn't drink like fermented drinks or alcohol and all of that stuff. And obviously they didn't know the science behind it, but fermented drinks do have some alcohol content. Even kombucha, people watch it more carefully so that way you're not getting like too much and things like that. Or fasting, for instance, like a lot of people fast for religious reasons, as you should, because it'll get you closer to the Lord. But fasting also can lead our body into something called autophagy. And autophagy is when your body can look at cells that are kind of no longer serving their purpose and recycle them or get rid of them, and that can be activated in a fasted state. So just learning about things like that makes me want to be closer to him, because it's like, wow, he was very intentional in making me, so I want to be intentional with him. That was like a long-winded answer, but those are just some of the things that I'm excited to be learning about with my degree. Which leads me to my next thing I'm prioritizing, which is school. Obviously, again, like these are all kind of like obvious things, but that's what I'm prioritizing. So basically, I am taking 2 classes that take up a lot of my free time right now, but for the remainder of my time in college, because though I am a senior, I still have 2 more semesters left after this one because I changed my major like 3 times, which is completely normal. As I digress, the 2 classes that I'm taking right now are statistics and chemistry. Well, I'm taking more than 2 classes, I'm taking 5, but these are the 2 that are taking up the most of my time. Chemistry, oh, your girl's struggling. So I make ample time to meet with my professor outside of class and to go to chemistry tutoring after the play was done. So this week alone, I have around 6 hours scheduled just for meeting with my professor and going to chemistry tutoring. And for statistics, I go to the math lab for help with that, and which isn't as bad as chemistry. I just like have a vendetta against chemistry. Like, it's probably not healthy, but I don't like it. I understand why I need it, especially like learning about the chemical reactions in the body with food and all of that stuff. But oh my gosh. And for the math lab, I have 4 hours scheduled just for being at the math lab. Oh, 5 actually. Oh, 6. I had 6 hours for that because we have more assignments than usual. But I don't usually need all of that time for the math lab, but better to have more than less. And I prioritize school again for my future and what I want to do. And since I want to be a life coach, I am very intentional with my studies and how I can help people best. Because if you're working with actual people and you're working with like their mental health and their physical health and their lives, know what you're doing, please. like that kind of goes without saying. And also, like, I just like knowing that I'm doing my best. I also have scholarships, so things like that make me want to prioritize schoolwork. And the fact that I'm here, I feel like, yes, college students, we can complain and all of that stuff, but I am very happy to be here. So just like showing that in my studies, and also professors realize, they know who is putting in the effort. Like, I've gotten so much help from my chemistry professor, and my stats professor is very kind as well. All of my professors are very kind to me, and I've met with all of them, literally all of them, if I've had questions or anything like that, and they do take that into account with your final grade. Health. I have been prioritizing all aspects of my health. Even though I am a little under the weather now, I was also sick a bit earlier in the month, but with the healthy habits that I have been incorporating, I was only sick for a day. And usually, if you know me, I'm sick for like a while. Like at least a week usually. But even today, like, my symptoms are better from this morning. They were worse this morning than they are now. And these healthy habits are things like, obviously, like prioritizing God and meditating on his word, but also eating healthier. I try to make sure I get like pre and probiotics. These are the probiotics right here. Listening to my body and what it needs. Like, my doctor said that I should start eating some tofu for some issues that I've been having, so I listened to that. And today when I'm sick, I am drinking drinking a lot of water. I drank like the equivalent of 3 cups of green tea. I'm drinking kombucha, things like that. I have been exercising my body, but not too much. I feel like we like to follow the people who are doing the most, and I do that too. I like watching people who like work out like every day or every other day and stuff like that, but that does not work for me personally. So this week's goal is 4 times a week. I've been twice so far. I'm taking a rest day today, which was actually kind of convenient that I got sick today because this was my rest day anyway. And my mental health journaling, checking in with myself, and feel like we talk about other people not invalidating our emotions, but we can do that to ourselves a lot too. So just allowing myself feel whatever I need to feel, eat what my body wants me to eat, and also what I want to eat. If I want something unhealthy, I will eat something unhealthy. I would just make sure that I do not do that on a consistent basis back to back, because then I will not feel well. And obviously like spiritual health, that's gonna come from God. So yeah, just looking at myself as the whole person and listening to the different aspects of my body and what it needs. Oh, I forgot to say earlier that with relationship, I always prioritize my family. I call all my family members once a day at night to say goodnight. I talk to my mom multiple times a day. My sister, we usually text back and forth like TikTok, sending each other TikTok and things like that. And if you can be close to your family members, especially like in the college age or like adolescent years when it's not cool to be close to your family, I feel like you'll find that a lot of people actually really do want that. And so if you have that, cherish that, because I found in college that a lot of people are not close with their family members, especially their parents at this time in their life. So if you have that, I really cherish that, because I imagine like where I would be if I wasn't as close with my family. And if you are unable to be close with your family, I do recommend finding your chosen family, but still being picky, as I said before. Yeah, so those are the different things that I have been prioritizing in November, and I actually really liked just sitting down and talking like this in a video. So let me know if you guys have anything else that you want to see, like if you want to see like really specific goals, or you want me to like break down this good old Google Calendar. Hold on, I'm sure you can't see that. Break down this good old Google Calendar that has like so much stuff in it, and how I time manage and all of that stuff, or how I researched and stuff for my business, then yeah, I will also have my life coaching business linked down below. And if you want to talk about your priorities and what things you would like to prioritize, or figuring out what you want to, always just email me down below. I will have my business email down below. And just thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe so you can see more of me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.